Trying to find us. There we are. Okay, good grief, that takes so long nowadays. Let's see if I can find YouTube here. I don't know who thought to do this way, but I think we need to have Santa send him a lump of coal in his stocking. I tell you, it's crazy. So, how is everybody? I don't know. It seems like it just takes so much longer to go live nowadays. So, hey, Joanne, how are you? There's Valerie. Did you guys have good Thanksgiving weekend? Spend all your money on Black Friday deals? I know. I did good. I didn't spend hardly anything, but that's good and bad. I need to get going on my Christmas list, but I have plans. All right. And as you come in, let me know you're there. Let me know how you're doing. And if you're a first time viewer, be sure and let me know that you're, um, how you are and where you're from. I'm going to try to get TikTok up now where I can see it also. There we go. Okay. Let me see if there's comments yet here. How do I do that? Well, shoot, I went the wrong way. All right, I'm not seeing comments on TikTok yet, but if you're there, let me know. Go ahead and comment so I can see if I can see them. I don't know if I'm on the right place or not. Looks like there's people there. Okay. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. Now, it's going to be a short live today. I got a ton of things I've got to do. I was blessed with a lot of orders over the holiday weekend. I really appreciate everybody's support, but I need to make some bows, and I got a request to show how to make a handmade bow with a center loop. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm still struggling here trying to find the feed. I don't think I'm on the right. There we go on TikTok. Okay. Oh, thank you. Was it Babylart? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get started. And I'm just going to make it just a classic traditional Christmas bow. And I tell you, if you are new on making bows, now's the time to stock up on ribbon. If you have a Sam's card, they have these rolls of ribbon. I got this, gosh, some time ago, so I don't know if they still have this type of ribbon, but I really like this is just a tartan plaid. Um, and it's a decent quality. Now, they do have, when you go into Sam's store and they've got their ribbon display, uh, they usually will have, they'll have the ribbon in the middle, and then on either side, they usually have swatches of all the ribbons. You really need to take a hold of it and feel of it. Um, and is the wire decent? Is the fabric have decent body to it? And that's why I went ahead and bought this ribbon, because it does. I mean, the fabric alone would probably be a little bit flimsy, but it has some glitter on it, which that adds a lot of body to your ribbon. And then two, the wire is a good quality. And you can see I put it into a loop. And I actually go do this at the side of I'm standing there at the ribbon aisle wherever I go shopping for ribbon. And I'm putting it into a loop. And you can see you can even make a pretty good sized loop out of this, and it's going to hold its shape. Um, so it's really important to get your hands on the ribbon if you can. And over time, you kind of develop an eye how you can most times tell what a fabric's going to, or what a ribbon's going to be like when you're buying online. You'll get to know where you can buy ribbons and where you need to kind of be careful. But anyway, this is Sam's ribbon. I got this years ago. I think I paid like $6.97 or something like that. And I think it's 50 yards. Yeah, it's 50 yards. And if you're wanting to practice making bows, this is a great way to start. And I know some places even have spring ribbons if you miss the Christmas batch. So just know that, but and don't be ashamed to use it if it's decent. You know, this is, like I said, this is a really nice ribbon. Now some of them are not, so you just got to put your hands on it and feel of it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Like I said, I've got a lot I've got to do today, so I'm going to just make a couple of real quick bows here to show you. But I had a request, if you're just joining in, I have a request how to make a center loop on a handmade bow, and that's what I'm going to show you. And we're going to start out, now this, if you've seen the way I make handmade bows, you know, before, this is going to be a little bit different process, but just know if you have a way that works for you, just keep on doing that. This is the way I do it, so you know, there's that. So to do the center loop, now you're going to start out with the very top ribbon. And I'm going to take this and I'm just going to take it and pinch it. And then I'm just going to make however big of a loop that I want for my center loop. And you want to watch that you don't make it too big, you don't make it too small, so you might need to play around with it a little bit. And you also want to watch to make sure that you have enough of a tail here that it's not going to slip out. And so we're just going to go ahead and pinch that now. So all I've done, I've just taken that ribbon, I've pinched it, and then I've just made a circle more or less. We're going to pinch that. And when I'm saying pinch, I mean pleating it, making a nice pretty pleat. Okay, now I'm going to start making the rest of my bow. And for that, you're just going to do the same, you know, same way we always do. We're going to twist it, bring it back to the back. And I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I usually, when I'm making my handmade bows, I usually don't measure them. If you feel like you need to, that by all means do that. But I'm just going to take that. See, all we did, we took that, we twisted it. Now I'm just going to bring it back to the back. Just like that. Now I'm going to twist it again. That twisting is going to help me keep that good side of the ribbon visible. This ribbon has a good side, it has a wrong side. Just like some of your clothing will have the, you know, right side and the wrong side. Most ribbons are that way. So now I'm going to take another loop. I'm going to bring it back to the back. Just like that. And I'm going to pinch it. And now I'm going to stop there. You know what, I should have made a different, hang on, I'm going to start this over. I just realized I probably need to make another tail because I want to have a tail of this ribbon. So let me start over for you. I'll show you how we'll do that. And it's basically the same way. We're just going to have a bigger piece hanging out here. All right, I'm going to take that. I'm going to make a loop there. I'm going to pinch it. So there's just a circle there, more or less. All right, now I'm going to twist it. I've got that where I pinched it before, all creased. I'm going to bring that out to the back, pinch it. We're going to twist it. Bring it back to the back. And I'm trying to make it about the same length as this. This one I usually put a little bit smaller. But you can do it whatever your taste. All right, now I'm going to pinch it. Now I'm going to twist it. Just like that. All right, now I'm going to cut this off. Now I'm going to bring in another ribbon. I'm going to bring in another 1.5 inch velvet here. This is going to just be a, just a classic or traditional style Christmas bow. All right, now I'm going to bring in a little bit longer tail this time. Let's bring it about here. And I brought this to the back this time. Usually when I'm hand making my bows, I don't put a center loop in, and I usually build it from the bottom up. But this is, like I said, you got to make it a little bit different this way. All right, now I'm going to pinch this. I'm going to twist it. Whoop. Wait a minute. No, I'm not. I'm going to bring it to the back. Sorry, I'm getting distracted watching comments. I need to stop doing that. Okay, now I'm going to make this one just a little bit larger. And I'm just eyeballing it. It's probably, what, about a 1/2 inch larger. Now I'm going to take it and I'm going to pinch it, twist it. Now I'm going to bring it back to the back. I didn't get my twist very good. Let me twist it. Bring it back to the back. And you can see it's kind of making an X there. I started over here. I'm going to come over there. That way I can watch what I'm making. Okay, now I'm going to pinch it. I'm going to twist it. Get a little bit more ribbon off. Now I'm going to come back to the back. And at this point, I can compare my loops. This one's a little bit larger, so I'm going to shorten that up a little bit. A little bit yet. Okay, I'm going to pinch it. Now, one thing I want you to notice too, a lot of people say that they have problems with cramping or pain when they're trying to make a handmade bow. Two things are usually happening. Number one, you're usually holding the ribbon too tight. And then two, as I'm making this bow, if you can see, I'm letting this kind of drift back to the back. And I usually don't try to stack my ribbon right on top of each other. It's more beside each other, if you can see that. See, there's the back of it, and here's the front of it. So I'm just kind of actually just bringing it side by side. All right, now I'm going to make another loop here. Now I'm going to bring it back to the back, and I'm going to pinch it again. And another thing, too, I see with handmade bows where people have trouble is, switching hands. You want to keep your ribbon in one hand and work from there. I do it right-handed. I know that's backwards for people on TikTok, but trust me, this is my right hand, and then I'm feeding my ribbon with my left hand. You don't want to be switching back and forth. All right, so now we've got 4 loops of the red velvet ribbon. I'm going to bring one more tail. I want that just a little bit longer here. Okay, so we got the center loop. We got 2 loops of the tartan ribbon on either side. And 4 of the red velvet. Now, just looking at this, I want a little bit more of the plaid. So I'm going to swap this out. And again, I'm going to be working on my back, from the back here. And this one I want a pretty long tail. I'm going to say, let's make it about 12 inches. And I'm going to pinch that ribbon back there. Again, watch where my ribbon's starting to feed back here in the back. Right in the meat of my hand there. And I'm going to bring, I think I'm just going to bring one loop right in between these 2. I've got my X here. If you guys can see that. I've got my X. And I want another larger line of the tartan to stick out right and fill this area right here. Okay, so I'm going to bring this back to the back. Make it just a little bit longer than this. All right, I'm going to pinch it, twist it, get those out of the way here. And then I'm going to pinch it, I'm just eyeballing my ribbons. And then I'm going to twist it. Okay, so I'm going to come down here, I'm going to trim another tail. And I could, isn't that a cute little bow? We could just stop right there. That'd be really pretty on a gift. I have my 2.5-inch ribbon, but I think I'm going to stop there. I'm just going to make this little tiny, but well, no, I don't. I need another. When I see these tails, I need a little bit more red velvet. So let's go ahead and we'll use that. This is the way my mind works when I'm here, working by myself. I just, my thoughts are going, I'm just telling you what I'm thinking. Hopefully it's not confusing to you. All right, now I'm going to come down here. I'm going to go just a tad bit longer than this tail. A little bit longer than that tail. I just brought it right back to the back here. I'm going to pinch it. I'm deciding how many loops. I think I'm going to put 2 loops on either side. So I'm going to bring this back to the back. And you can start either way. We're going to make another X. I'm going to get a little bit more ribbon off my thing. That's one thing I'm bad about. You got to make sure you have enough ribbon off of your spool so you're not sitting there fighting with your ribbon. All right, now let's make this just a little bit larger. Okay, so I brought that back to the back. I'm going to pinch it. I'm going to twist it. And remember, I'm making an X here. Bring it back to the back. Now I'm going to pinch it. So I've got part of my X. All right, now we're going to twist it. Bring it back to the back. Compare that to my other loop I've got back here. I'm going to pinch it. See where that ribbon's at? It's not out here at the tips of my fingers. It's back here in my hand. I could sit here and hold this all day. Okay? All right, now we're going to twist it. We're going to make the other part of our X. I'm just eyeballing it, seeing if I got my loops about even. Just keep fussing with it until you get it the way you want it. I've got my tail twisted up here. There we go. All right, I think that looks good. Now we're going to twist it one last time. I'm going to bring it down here about, just a little bit longer than my longest tail. Okay, so it's just basically repeating that same pattern over and over. There's that tail that I was fussing with. I didn't get it twisted all the way. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put a pipe cleaner on here. If you wanted to, if I were making this to sell, I'd put a zip tie here. I just feel like they're a little bit more safe than a pipe cleaner, but I'm going to go ahead and put a pipe cleaner. I'm going to take it right here by the meat of my hand, meat of my thumb, I should say, and it should be right in the center of the bow. I'm going to run that right, comes out right between my middle and my index finger. I'm going to bring it over the back. Usually I bring it over the top when I'm doing it the other way, but with this way we got to do it over the back. I'm going to twist it. And at this point I'm just put it tight enough where I've got my, I can free my hand up a little bit to start maneuvering my loops. Get everything the way you want it. Take your time. Don't be afraid to manhandle your ribbon. And notice when I'm fluffing my loops, I'm putting my hands, I'm not just pulling on them. I'm putting my hands on the inside and I'm just opening my fingers. Okay, now we're going to trim our tails. Still fussing. All right, let's go ahead and trim our tails now. And I like to dovetail mine if the ribbon is quality that I can. And this is good quality ribbon. Like I said, even though it's Sam's ribbon, it's good quality. Like I said, don't discount it. Oh, and I should show you on the dovetail. I'm just folding my ribbon in half. So there's the folded part. There's the wired part. And now I'm just going to cut it at an angle. And it makes a nice finished edge. You can see that. Okay. Now, if this ribbon was real flimsy, I would just cut the ribbon at an angle. I would not try to dovetail it. But like I said, it's nice quality, so I can go ahead and do that. All right, bring that in. Now, your tails don't have to be exactly the same. In fact, when I'm making a wreath, I don't want my tails usually to be the same. Now, on rare occasions, I'll do that, but usually I want them kind of staggered, kind of like you're trimming your hair. I want it kind of natural looking. That's the way I like my tails on my. Okay. That is the way you make a center loop on a handmade bow. Easy peasy, right? Okay. All right, I'm going to see if I have any questions, guys. Oh, thank you guys for all the likes and the follows. I really appreciate that. And on TikTok, those the lives don't stay up. But this video is going to be short enough that I should be able to download it and upload it again. So if that way you can refer back. Now on Facebook and YouTube, it stays there. but TikTok it does not. But I will sure I'll be sure and download that and get it posted for you, so you can go back and review it if you need to. I know sometimes when I'm watching videos, I have to stop and start and stop and start. So, hey Dorothy. Oh, I'm glad you're here too. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All right, let me see if there's anybody else here. Hey, Oriella, thank you for sharing. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. Well, like I said, I just had time to do one bow today. I hope this helps you learn how to make a center bow on a center loop on a handmade bow. And if you have any questions, be sure and shoot me a line. Ooh, I got these loops really uneven. Let me fix that. There we go. Sometimes it's hard to notice whenever I'm doing a live. I'm looking through one part of my glasses and I'm looking through another part whenever I'm actually working. So, all right. Any other questions? Oh, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. I really, truly appreciate it. If you guys just don't realize how much. That's what keeps us going. All right. Any other questions? And if you've missed it too, I wanted to mention I do have still my Christmas decor workshop. It's up live. There is a link here on uh, Facebook, and I'm going to post it also on YouTube, and then on TikTok. There's a link in my bio, but it's Christmas decor workshop. And today is the last day that you can get the special offer that I've got within it. So if you're interested, we do a tree decoration, we do a centerpiece, and we also do different versions of tree toppers. So if you're interested, check that out. Like I said, today's the last day for the special offer with it, and then tomorrow I'll go back to the regular. So, all right, thank you so much again for being here. I really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day, and people in the group, I will be live in our group with our wreath critiques here at 3 o'clock.